ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਮਿਹਰ ਕਰੋ ਬਾਬਾ ਜੀ, ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਇਹ ਚਰਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜ ਕੇ ਰੱਖੋ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ फतेह। ब्रह्म ज्ञानी ब्रह्म का बेटा, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी एक संघेता, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी के होत होए अचिंत, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी का निर्मल मंत, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी जिस करे प्रभ आप, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी का बड़ प्रताप, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी का दर्श बड़भागी पाइए, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी को बल बल जाइए, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी को खोजे महेसर, नानक ब्रह्म ज्ञानी आप परमेसर। The divinely enlightened being knows God. The divinely enlightened is in love with the one supreme almighty alone. The divinely enlightened is carefree. Pure are the teachings of the divinely enlightened. The divinely enlightened is made so by God himself. The divinely enlightened is gloriously great. The darshan, the blessed vision of the divinely enlightened is obtained by great good fortune. To the divinely enlightened I make my life a sacrifice. The divinely enlightened is sought by the great God Shiva. O Nanak, the divinely enlightened being is himself the supreme Lord God. ब्रह्म ज्ञानी की कीमत नाही, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी के सगल मन माहे, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी का कौन जाने पेद, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी को सदा आदेश, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी का कथया न जाए अदाखर, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी सरब का ठाकर, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी की मित कौन बखाने, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी की गत ब्रह्म ज्ञानी जाने, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी का अंत न पार, नानक ब्रह्म ज्ञानी को सदा नमस्कार। The divinely enlightened is priceless. Everything is contained in the mind of the divinely enlightened. Who can know the secret of divinely enlightened? Forever bow before the divinely enlightened. The divinely enlightened being cannot be described in words. The divinely enlightened is the Lord of all. Who can describe the limits of greatness of the divinely enlightened? Only the divinely enlightened knows the state of divinely enlightened being. To the divinely enlightened's greatness there is no limit or end. O Nanak, ever bow before the divinely enlightened in reverence. ब्रह्म ज्ञानी सब सृष्ट का करता, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी सदजीवे नहीं मरता, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी मुकुत जुगत जी का दाता, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी पूरन पुरख बिदाता, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी अनाथ का नाथ, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी का सब ऊपर हाथ, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी का सगल आकार, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी आप निरंकार, ब्रह्म ज्ञानी की शोभा ब्रह्म ज्ञानी बनी, नानक ब्रह्म ज्ञानी सर्व का तनी। The divinely enlightened is the creator of the whole world. The divinely enlightened ever lives and does not die. The divinely enlightened bestows on mortal the true way of the life to salvation. The divinely enlightened is perfectly endowed, Lord Creator. The divinely enlightened is the patron of the patronless. The hand of the divinely enlightened extends over the entire humanity. The divinely enlightened owns the entire universe. The divinely enlightened is himself the formless Lord. The divinely enlightened alone can laud the divinely enlightened. Nanak says, the divinely enlightened one is the Lord of all. Salok, उर तारे जो अंतर नाम सरब में पेखे भगवान, निमक निमक ठाकर नमस्कारे, नानक ओ अपरस सगल निस्तारे। Salok, he who enshrines the God's name within his heart, who sees the Lord God in all, who each and every moment bows in reverence to the Master, O Nanak, such a one is the true undefiled saint who liberates all. Ashtapadi, मिथ्या नाही रसना पर्स, मन में प्रीत निरंजन दर्श, परत्रे रूप न पेखे नेत्र, साध की टहल सत्संग हेत, करन न सुने काहू की निंदा, सब ते जाने आपस को मंदा, गुरु प्रसाद बिख्या पर हरे, मन की बासना मन ते टरे, इंद्री जित पंच दोख ते रहत, नानक कोट मदे को ऐसा अपरस। अष्टपति, the truly undefiled man is such who does not touch falsehood with his tongue, and within whose mind is the love for the sight of the pure, one, whose eyes don't see the beauty of others' women, who serve the holy and bears love to the saints, who does not hear slander with his ears of anyone, who deems himself the worst of all, who by Guru's grace renounces wickedness, who banishes his heart's desire from his self, and who conquers his lust and is free from 5 evils. O Nanak, there is scarcely any such undefiled amongst millions. बैसनो सो जिस ऊपर सुप्रसन्न, बिसन की माया ते होए पिन, करम करत होवे नह करम, तिस बैसनो का निर्मल तरम, काहू फल की इच्छा नहीं बाछे, केवल भगत कीर्तन संग राचे, मन तन अंतर सिमरन गोपाल, सब ऊपर होवत कृपाल, आप दृढ़े अवरा नाम जपावे, नानक ओ बैसनो परम गत पावे. The true Vaishnav, the devotee of the Vishnu, is one with whom God is thoroughly pleased. He dwells apart from Maya. Performing good deeds, he does not seek rewards. Spotlessly pure is the religion of such a Vaishnav. He has no desire for fruits of his labor. He is absorbed in devotional worship and singing the songs of the Lord's glory. Within his mind and body, he meditates in remembrance on the Lord of the universe. He is kind of all creatures. He holds fast to the Naam and inspires others to chant it. O Nanak, such a Vaishnav obtains the supreme status. Pagauti Pagwant Pagat ka rang, sagal tyage dusht ka sang, mante bisne sagla param, कर पूजे सगल पार ब्रह्म, साध संग पापा मल खोवे, तिस पगौती की मत उत्तम होवे, भगवंत की टहल करे नितनीत, मन तन अर्पे बिसन प्रीत, हर के चरण हृदय बसावे, नानक ऐसा पगौती भगवंत को पावे. The true Pagauti, the devotee of the Lord, loves the devotional worship of the God. He forsakes the company of all wicked people. All doubts are removed from his mind. He realizes the Supreme Lord to be amongst all and adores him alone. In the company of the holy, he washes off the filth of his sins. The wisdom of such a Pagauti becomes supreme. He constantly performs the service of Supreme Lord God. He dedicates his mind and body to the love of the Lord. The lotus feet of the Lord abides in his heart. O Nanak, such a Pagauti attains the prosperous Lord God. So Pandit, jo man par bodhe, Ram naam आत्म में सोदे, राम नाम सार रस पीवे, उस पंडित के उपदेश जग जीवे, हर की कथा हृदय बसावे, जो सो पंडित फिर जोन न आवे, वेद पुराण सिमरत बूझे मूल, सूखम में जाने अस्थूल, चौवर्णा को दे उपदेश, नानक उस पंडित को सदा आदेश. He is true Pandit, a religious scholar who instructs his own mind. He searches for the Lord's name within his own soul. He drinks in the executive nectar of the Lord's name. By that Pandit's teachings, the world lives. He implants the sermon of Lord in his heart. Such a Pandit is not cast into the womb of reincarnation again. He understands the fundamental essence and wisdom of Veds and Purans and Simritis and recognizes the Lord manifest in the unmanifested of the world and teaches people of all caste and social classes. O Nanak, to such a Pandit I bow in salutation forever. बीज मंत्र सर्ब को ज्ञान, चौवर्णा में जपे को नाम, जो जो जपे तिसकी गत होए, साध संगत पावे जन कोय, कर कृपा अंतर उर्धारे, पशु प्रेत मुगद पाथर को तारे, सर्ब रोग का औखुद नाम, कल्याण रूप मंगल गुणगाम, कौ जुगत किते न पाइये तरम, नानक तिस मिले जिस लिख्या तुर करम. The Bij mantra, or the seed of the comprehension of God's name, has been imparted to everyone. Anyone from any class may chant the name. Whoever chants it is liberated, and yet Rare are those who attain it in the company of the holy. By His grace, He enshrines it within each of us. Thus, even beasts, ghosts, and stone-hearted are saved. The Lord's name is the panacea, the remedy to cure all ills. Singing the glory of the God is embodiment of the beauty, bliss, and salvation. It cannot be obtained by any religious rituals. O Nanak, he alone obtains it, whose karma is so preordained. जिसके मन पार ब्रह्म का निवास, तिसका नाम सत रामदास। आत्म राम तिस नदरी आया, दास दसंतर पाई तिन पाया। सदा निकट निकट हर जान, सो दास दरगे परवान। अपने दास को आप कृपा करे, तिस दास को सब सोजी परे। सगल संग आत्म उदास, ऐसी जुगत नानक रामदास। He within whose mind is home for the Supreme Lord God, His name is truly Ramdas, the Lord's servant. He comes to have the vision of the Lord, the Supreme Soul, deeming himself to be the slave of the Lord's slave. He obtains Him. He knows the Lord to be ever present, close at hand. Such a servant is honored in the Lord's portal. To his servant, the Lord Himself shows His mercy. Such a servant understands everything. Amidst all, his soul is unattached. O Nanak, such is the way of Lord's servant. प्रभ की आज्ञा आत्म हितावे, जीवन मुक्त सोहु कहावे। तैसा हरख तैसा उस्सोग, सदा आनंद तै नहीं वियोग। तैसा सुवर्ण तैसी उस माटी, तैसा अमृत तैसी बिखाटी। तैसा मान तैसा अभिमान, तैसा रंग तैसा राजान। जो वर्ताए साई जुगत, नानक ओ पुरख कहिए जीवन मुक्त। One who is in heart loves any and everything that God wills is said to be Jivan Mukt, as the one who is liberated while yet alive. As is joy, so is sorrow to him. He is in eternal bliss and is not separated from God. As is gold, so is dust to him. As is ambrosial nectar, so is bitter poison to him. As is honor, so is dishonor. As is the beggar, so is the king. Whatever God ordains, that is His way. O Nanak, that being is known as Jivan Mukt. पार ब्रह्म के सगले ठाओ, जित जित कर राखे तैसा तिन नाओ। आपे करन करावन जोग, प्रभ पावे सोई फुन होग। पसर्यो आप होए